Hi everyone. When installing Houdini, there is yet another way to deal with installation, which is the way I'm doing things and managing my Houdini installations or Houdini builds, and that's by using a Houdini Launcher. So basically what we need to do is, again, let's go to the side effects site. Then make sure that you're logged in with your account. Let's go under the get, under the download. And then if we scroll to the bottom, again, we can choose, are we gonna use production builds or daily builds? But in this case, it really doesn't matter. Just go on any of these links. And then here you will see the switch to launcher. So if we switch to launcher, then we get this type of the page. So now just download any of the versions, either the Linux or Mac or Windows. In my case, I'm using Windows. Just download this, save the file. Let's wait a bit. Okay, now that our download is finished, let's navigate to the folder where we downloaded the file. Let's launch it by double clicking. Let's move this and let's move that. And then let's wait until the launcher is executed. Let's press yes. And then as usually we just install. I already did this, but I just decided to do it for you so you can see how this is done in case you're not familiar. It's relatively straightforward. You can choose to create your start menu shortcut or create a desktop shortcut. In my case, I'll just say yes to both. And now we have our Houdini Launcher. So when we double click on the icon of Houdini Launcher, we are getting this window. Now, when you do this the first time, you will have to again sign in. And then depending on your account, if you have purchased any version of side effects, you will be able to use it. But next thing to do is simply, if you want to install any versions of Houdini, you would just go on this plus icon, press left mouse button, and then you can always see when there is a new daily build available. In my case, I already have this build, so I will not install it. But you can also choose to install any of the previous builds. So in this case, Houdini is offering us builds up till 7.5391. And also here you can see if something is beta, production, is it a daily build, and also you can see if it's a Python 3 or Python 2. So Python 2 and Python 3 versions can, and they are different. Because Python 3 obviously is updated Python, and if you're using some plugins, it could be that they will not work either with Python 2 or Python 3. It really depends on the plugins. And regarding other settings or menus, is that, well, basically we can see what engine we are installed. In my case, I'm using Unreal plugin. And then you can also see here if you have installed any of these. And then here you can see what version of Side Effects Labs tools you're using. But all in all, this is, and here you can deal with your license. All in all, this is really great. Here you can see which versions or which builds you actually have installed, and then launch any of these builds. Just be aware that the document Houdini environment file is used by all of these. So if you have any type of environment variables here, make sure that you are using correct ones that basically supports the versions. Luckily, whenever there is a new version of Houdini or new release, then you are basically then using I would say, settings or preferences of or documents of our latest release. So anyway, I just wanted to quickly show you this because it is really so much better to use the launcher than going through the process I showed in the first video. Much easier. It's just straightforward and smooth. So I would advise you guys to just use launcher instead of doing things as you would do usually, at least in the past. So thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to stay safe.